Hey, welcome everyone. We're Miles Pellet. My name is Briggs. This is my dad, Brett. And we're giving you guys another pellet stove repair video. And you know what? Before we start, what really helps us out, guys, all the likes and subscribes helps go a long way. So anyway, without further ado, we got the ComfortBilt HP22 SS model. A little bit of a fancy to it. And our main goal is to tell you more about the Auger motor and do a replacement tutorial for you.
Good golly, yes. Today, Briggs is going to show you how to take the old Auger motor out and put the new one in. And this is what it looks like. Just like this, folks. Join in. We're going to help you save some money for you, your friends, and your family. Let's go to work.
All right, let's do it.
Woo! I tell you, let's take a moment. It's safety time. Unplug your stove prior to doing any maintenance on it. And if you feel uncomfortable and you live in Lynn, Lane, or Benton County, then give Briggs and I a call for the service. And if you live in another state, great. Call your local service providers. So very, very important. I'll set that aside. These are the tools that you're going to need today. You're going to need an impact wrench, maybe. That's an option. And a 4 and 5 millimeter Allen adapters that will go into that impact gun, or your regular 4 or 5 millimeter Allens that most people have at home. Those are the only tools you're going to need, and some patience. And I know you'll have a successful installation or repair. It will save you and your friends and your family money. Briggs, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, join us. Let's do it. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, let's tackle this. So, real quick before we do, what we recommend is actually doing the whole change up from the actual back side of the stove. Now, it's possible to do from the sides. There's lots of room and everything else, but just to make it a little easier, disconnect your stove from the exhaust pipe, turn it around, you'll have a lot more room. Trust us, it'll go a lot smoother. So, without further ado, let's show you what we mean. So over here, we're going to be focusing on this back panel first. There's going to be 6 bolts, 3 on each side. You're going to take your 4 millimeter, either with the electric.
Briggs, I'm going to zoom in.
Definitely. Got those camera skills, huh?
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, I'm just going around.
I'm just trying to get a better grade at filming. The other day you gave me what, a B?
Yeah,
C plus?
Yeah, you gonna go for that A? Let's do it. So for all these bolts, you don't have to take them all the way out, because nicely you can pull up and then out. Now sometimes over here with the sensor, you can loosen this one, because sometimes this might be tight and right on the plate. So just a heads up there. So sometimes this might do a little sticking, sometimes it might be your friend initially, but right there, see it did a little sticking. Right now, we can gently take it out as so. I'm going to put this aside, keep that out of the way for now. So right here, here's your auger motor. A lot more easily accessible from the back. You can access it from the sides. All you got to do is take the panels and they'll swing out. But right here, as you can see, more room, the better. So, we're going to hit some key points here. We're going to be disconnecting the wires, disconnecting the C-ring up here, disconnecting the bracket.
You know, we're going to have to back it up because I just screwed up with the filming. So the C-ring, I'm going to go back up. Show them where the C-ring is.
Oh, of course. Yeah, the C-ring is right here, folks.
It was my fault. I'm sorry, but I wanted them to see that.
No, you're all good. So we got the C-ring right here. We're going to be loosening this bolts. We're going to be disconnecting the bracket from the stove, disconnecting the wires, and then eventually taking the auger motor itself off from the holding bracket. So let's start with the wiring. Right here, we're going to get this wiring out of the way. Here's the auger motor wires. Here's the connector. All you got to do, get a little pull, and it's loose. This is a very unique connection. It will go only one way, so no worries. You don't have to do too much memorization with this one. Right here, you're going to have the igniter wire. This tends to get in the way, so we're going to disconnect that as well. Just as so. Put it to the side. That there and done. Now what we're going to focus on, take your 4 millimeter again. We're going to be taking off 4 of these bolts. You got 2 on the right side, two on the left side with the ground wire connection. So let's go and tackle those. So with the electrical, it's a lot quicker. Now you can do this the manual way too. A lot easier to get in here as well. But just for video purposes and time-wise, we'll be mostly using the impact. I'm gonna go over here, disconnect right there. Perfect. Wire to the side.
4mm, right?
4mm. And just remember, folks, that this ground is here. Don't forget that it exists, so we don't forget to reattach it later. You're gonna finally get this last bolt out, and you know that's okay if it drops. We will find it. We'll put that to the side. Oh, let's see here. That one really ran off, didn't it? Where is that one? Well, we'll find that right off soon.
We'll find it.
We'll find it.
This is real deal here.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yep. That's reality. You're gonna have bolts flying away, but just take note. Everything will work out. So right there, see this bracket? This is loose as well. Now you got a little bit, some more maneuverability. Sorry, folks. Gotta have some more caffeine right there. Can't get the words out.
Folgers.
So, what's handy about this? You see the C-ring? When you loosen this, you're able to take this auger motor out. Now, for us, it's in a very friendly position where you can easily access it straight on with this guy or this guy. Now, the thing is, if that thing's tucked to the side here, no worries. You can take the short end of the Allen wrench, get it in there, loosen it. If it's behind there, you can twist this, get to a better angle, and loosen it. Very friendly for you, and that is the plus of loosening this bracket first. So without further ado, take your left hand when you loosen the C-ring, the auger motor gets loose, and just a little wiggle. There you have it. So your auger motor's taken out. All you got to do is take that bracket. We're going to switch back to the 4mm. Now take note how you took this out. This came out like this. I put it like there. This is a good memory reference. Flip it up. Start taking these bolts out and putting it to the side. Just that side. Very simple to do, but this part is important because this bracket likes to go in one way, and it's important to match it all up so you don't have to redo this stuff.
You know, Briggs, when people need a new auger motor, obviously they can go to milespellstove.com, but you will receive the auger motor only. And so this bracket that Briggs is taking off right now, you'll have to hold on to. Do not throw it away because you'll need this bracket.
Very, very true. Save your parts, folks. So when you take this bracket off, like so, and put it like this. As memory, leave it like that. Wires down, because when you get your new auger motor, you're going to be inserting it the same way as shown right here. So right then and there, folks, the auger motor's taken out.
Okay, coffee break.
Is coffee break over? Enjoying the coffee break. Hold on, one more sip.
No, really, it's good to take a break, folks. When you do a project like this, just take your time. You always hear Brett say that, but take your time and you will have a successful repair.
My dad makes a good point. There's really no rush, because if you start rushing things could break, things could strip, things could fly places. It's not a fun time, so avoid that. Yeah, take your time, because eventually you just want it to be all, well, thumbs up. Anyway, that's enough talk.
Let's do it.
So, you're going to take your auger motor right here. We're going to essentially be working backwards. See where the hole for the wires are. Keep that face down. This is where the bracket was left off. The right side here. The longer side from the holes is on that side. And you're going to connect it as so. And we're going to slowly start going around and just attaching the bracket with the 4mm. Now, it's imperative that you get this bracket on the right side, because if you don't, it does matter and things are not going to fit, and guess what? You get to do things over again. So if it does happen that way, don't get discouraged. I just look at it as extra practice. So just one good way to look at it. Oop, there we go. So once we have that there, we're now going to attach the C-ring to the auger shaft itself. Now, let's change out 4 for the 5mm, and we're gonna go to town up here. You're gonna bring it up as so, and if you won the lottery, folks, and if that flat spot is on the front side, this will be a lot easier. But don't fret, if it's off to the side or left or whatever, you can move this just a little bit, has a little bit of giveaway. Now, right here, this flat spot, it's imperative that you get this aligned with the bolt. If you don't, and you tighten it on the more rounder parts, your auger motor's not going to work as efficiently. It's going to start moving, it's going to start bending metal. Eventually your stove is not going to be working properly, and or worst off, it could get really stuck in there. So avoid that problem.
She ain't going to be working at all.
Well, it gets very not fun, very inconsistent. So imperative, line that up right there. See your mark, your Allen wrench, and it's all nice and tightened. There you go. So once that is set, you can start going for the bolts there.
What I like, and I'm sorry to interrupt, what I like what you did is that you had one hand holding this, and then the other hand you were tightening this, because if you weren't holding on to this, this would just fall down. And so you just use both hands. And so, again, you were taking your time, you did a great job.
Exactly, thank you. Now, if that C-ring isn't your friend, and because that flat spot may be the sides, no worries. Plenty of room to get the manual Allen wrenches there, and you can slowly tighten it, hand thread it, everything you need, and then eventually tighten it with your tool so then it won't slip. So, going forward ahead now, once you got a good hold there, now you can switch back to your 4mm.
Now, will that motor move with the bracket, like in place? Like right where it is now?
Yeah, it'll move just as so.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, we're going to be going around and slowly just pre-threading them. Now don't tighten all the way, because like I said in the last bracket, just pre-threading them, it's a lot easier to get all the bolts in. Just as so. Now right here, folks, on this front left one right here, don't forget about the ground wire. So once we pre-thread it right about there, you get your ground wire in just as so. Just kind of hold it there for now, and then finally we'll go in here.
You have the fourth one. I don't know if I'm gonna get a good shot, but I think they get it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Fourth one's kind of harder to see. It's tucked back here. I think my head will get in the way a little bit, but we get it, folks. There's a fourth one back there. You just want to tighten it. So I'm gonna go around, tighten the whole deal. Same thing over here. Right there, the structural part of the auger motor. It's in there. She's almost ready to go. Keep working backwards, folks. Keep following. Remember to reattach your igniter so you will have correct ignition. And then finally, connecting the power to the auger motor. Now this only goes in one way. You can see the marks right there, as so. Can you get a good view of that?
Yep.
Connect right in. Boom. All the way. Cool. Now your auger motor, that's all good. The last thing you need to do is just put your faceplate on. Now, this can be a bear sometimes. And if it is, you know what? You can take all the bolts out and then realign it. But let's see if she's friendly right here with us. This pressure's on, right? So a lot of times this sensor module right here will get in the way. And that's okay if it does, because guess what? You can loosen just a little bit. And let's see, she moves in. If not, there we go. So once it is good in there, pull to the side right there. Boom. Now you can go all around.
I like what you did right there, because in reality, these stoves are mass produced. And a lot of times they don't line up perfectly every time.
No, and that's the thing. It's like got to give yourself a little wiggle room. And if things don't line up all the way, or it might be harder to kind of get in there, you can take all the bolts out and then slowly, realign yourself. So right there, folks, hopefully that's been helpful, but there you go. Full auger replacement. Your stove's ready to get reconnected back to the exhaust pipe, and you're good to go.
Stick with us for the closing.
Hey, thanks for sticking with us, folks. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All this helps us so much in the long run, and we really appreciate it. Before we sign off, Dad, you got any last words for them?
Well, just a real quick one. The auger motor. And Briggs, you did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
This is reality.
And wait, your camera skills, you know what? They went up a grade. I think it was pretty good.
I did better on my filming.
Yeah.
I tell you. We see a lot of different videos, and there's different perspectives and different ways of doing things. And what Briggs and I like to do is just show you real things, and rather than ABC, everything that goes together perfectly. No. Sometimes putting these in the stove or a fan or something else is frustrating as all get up. But just take your time. Take some breaks. Pretty soon you'll have your stove repaired, and you and your friends and your family will be saving some money.
And remember, coffee. Dad, what's your favorite? Folgers?
Folgers!
That's his favorite. There you go.
Briggs and I thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
See you guys.